Wayfinder. Your punctuality is appreciated.
Sorry I'm late. The Astral Ward called me to check in on something.
A busy figure you must be. Don't worry. Pokey tells me of the positive impression you've made in town. He may seem adrift in his own world, but he's a keen observer. Takes after me in that regard. As you've proven rather neighborly, I've an offer to extend. This property on which you stand belongs to my family. In recent years, it's become unsuited to our needs. Rather than leave it in disrepair, I thought it might serve as a convenient home base during your stay. All I ask in return is that you tend to it. Admittedly, I've neglected my domestic responsibilities. Graciously, Pokey has tried to care for it on my behalf. But his pace of work has always been unhurried. Afraid he gets that from me as well. Have a look around then. See if the place suits you.
Oh, Wayfinder arrives. Bet this is a change from your typical to-dos. 1 minute waging battle, the next relegated to chores. Quite fortunate for us, though. This place has seen a lot, and so have we. Been intending to ask my friends for a hand with all this, but a riveting offer it is not. Sparring? Nah, come help Pokey Dust. That's where the true fun resides. Sometimes I sneak up here, try to get a little done myself, but take my time with things I do. Every so often I fall into a swift pace, but then I come across some remaining trinket of my mother's and, well, I understand why my paw rather keep his distance from this place.
You found this here. This place is no longer home to me, but perhaps it can be for you. I have no need for it any longer, and I am certain it has none for me. An explanation is not owed, but it has been earned. This I made long ago for my mate. Silken Weir was her name. A small gift for bringing our little arrow into the world. As a cub, our son would paw at it in play when she held him. On one such occasion, I overheard her tell him, "One day, when you've grown strong and wise, like your paw, I'll make you this arrow's keeper. Then soar you shall, poised and unwavering, on a path of your own making. these years. Still, she makes me laugh. Like your paw. When forever, it's been clear, the arrow of our lives, who I see more of in our son every day, was her. Then, Jormag came and went. And so did she. Sentimental as I am, I thought she wore this piece off to battle. But clearly now, I see why she left it. For no matter what fate would befall her, her promise to our son she'd keep, that she made sure of. When my son finds himself sickened by grief, I tell him, allow the feeling. Let it wash over you. For when the tide recedes, and it will, it weakens, till it has no power left with which to pull you. I tell him this while I stand ashore, with my own back turned to the sea. Shaping up quite nicely, though a bit of decoration would give it a true feeling of home. You'd be wise to speak with Deft Lahar, our homestead master. Decoration is one of the lowland's finest traditions. Quite fond of it myself. I'll be happy to provide suggestions. Been told I have an eye for this sort of thing. Hopefully Har was receptive to your interest in his craft. Or at least tolerant.
He was glad to hear you're getting the place in order.
I have not seen this pattern in some time. You met Willow as well, then. Pokey, does that blanket look familiar?
We had one, yes? On your bed. You and Ma. Forgot all about that.
A gift from a dear friend. For two young lovers embarking upon a life together. Funny how life can sprout anew from seeds long buried. A fitting choice, Wayfinder. One of many to come, I'm sure. As you continue making this place yours, my only request is that you keep our village close to heart. Any additions, mines, farms, lumber mills, and the like, can be of greater good to your community. May your new beginning here serve you well.
Remember nestling my way between you and Ma for warmth. Imagine me trying that now.
You've grown so much. We'd scarce have space to sneeze.
Thought you'd still be here. I'm interrupting.
No, just saying our goodbyes. Rude it is to overstay in another's home.
Indeed. Wayfinder, you can really pull a place together.
Bit envious myself.
I came to pass along a message from Barbed Vale. She requests your presence at the hunting outpost a bit west of here.
What does she need?
Believe it has to do with the Journeykin. She'll provide you the details.
Alder, Pokey, take whatever time here you need. My home is always open to you.
Already the Wayfinder makes for a better neighbor than those obnoxious trolls.
Ah,
Is
recognition.
this the gift Willow made?
Near identical. Seems she taught the pattern to the Wayfinder. Sharp as her weaving claws, that one. I buried the original when it became clear that its symbolism was no longer appropriate.
I'm sorry.
Perhaps that's not entirely accurate. Truthfully, a new beginning is precisely what I need. I'm getting too old for this.
I know exactly what you mean.
At the very least, I do owe Har and Willow a visit. Maybe Willow could weave me some new pattern.
Any ideas?
Perhaps we could ponder it together.
Oh. I'm sure we can figure something out.
Was gonna ask you the same thing, but you've secured us a new base of operations. Screw dragon hunting and world saving, you were destined for diplomacy.
No kidding. Could use a little love and more greenery, but I mustn't be picky. It's lovely. And things are going well, actually. While you've bonded with the Claw and his son, we've been getting to know the village.
Kaith is good at kissing babies and letting the kodan coo at her foliage. I've collected more intel on their situation. Remember those strangers that Poised Arrow mentioned? Well, they're the talk of the town.
The cub's instructor did warn the little ones away from the woods. In the moment, I thought it was a standard warning.
People are being cautious, that much is clear. I'll see what else I can gather.
Now. Imperator, don't look so pleased with yourself. Trailing our hosts. Shame.
Hey, I'd do the same to you. Trust is a two-way street. If we're eating their food, I want to see what it's made of.
Our paths cross again, Wayfinder. Welcome to our hunting outpost. Here we prepare game to feed our village, as well as foster wildlife. Take only what can be repaid. That is our motto. Yet the tundra is not so benevolent. Nature's temperament is both nurturing and brutal. Generations spent here have taught us kinship is key to survival. And we lowland have found no better friend than the Journeykin. It'd do you well to spend some time bonding with them. The best friendships are worth the time. In the case of Journeykin, it can mean the difference between life and death. The Journeykin have taken to you. Not surprising. Now, Wayfinder, it is I who seek your aid in taming beasts of this land. Concurrent with your arrival, our council received reports of unidentified creatures roaming the wilds. Strangers among lands, or so we've deemed them.
What do you know about these creatures?
Little more than that they're unknown monsters, never before seen in the area. After some debate, a scouting party was assembled to study their behavior. But as of late, we've lost contact. Upon request, your Malice and Keith have joined our search. So
Accelerate!
too, I ask your help on behalf of Claw and Council.
I'll convene with Malice and Keith. Between the three of us, we can cover more ground.
Your alliance is versed in threats of the unknown. Our efforts combined improve chances of shepherding our scouts home. Take heed. A thick fog now rolls across the great tundra. Trust your journeykin to guide you.
There you are.
Over here, Commander.
Any sign of the party?
Nothing yet. With any luck, the scouts got turned around in this fog and simply wandered off course.
The more boots we have on the ground searching, the more likely we are to run into them. Barbed Veil insists the area is free of natural predators. Regardless, let's stay alert.
Over here! A survivor!
Wallowing spineless in the filth they create for themselves.
My mind is scrambled!
Is this...
A false god! Come to terrorize a new people.
Never thought I'd see one with my own eyes. Accelerate! For the record, you've been struck.
Where does it think it's going?
To cower, while its lackey takes the
6
heat.
feet tall!
Need to keep her conscious. I'll tend to her, while you two
Accelerate!
handle the spawn.
Gladly. I better be wrong. This better not be what I think it is. Accelerate! 6 feet token fury!
How's the scout?
Holding on, but just barely. She needs medical attention.
This won't take much longer.
6 feet tall! I'm 6 feet tall! Infuriating!
Where are you going? Malice!
Job's not done yet.
We'll have plenty of time for that. But for her, it's running out. She needs a healer.
Kate's right. We go for help first. Then we talk to the Council.
Fine. But this goes beyond just the Council. We need to notify the Alliance. And have the bodies identified.
Unless you want one more to identify, let's move.
Once she's safe, I'll contact Krisha. Have her call for an emergency meeting.
More accolades.
I've got my hands full with an injured kodan and a riled Char, but I'm fine. I imagine the Alliance is going to act fast. You should prepare your account of what happened here.
Is that what I think it was? I'm okay, I'm fine. We don't know for sure. It could have been... maybe. I need to call Krisha.